that you get defensive about your drinking. And again, I've done it. You know, when my mum would say to me, Leon, are you even drinking again? I'm like, yeah, but it's fine, mum, it's fine. You know, I'm okay, I'm having just a few. I'm not drinking like I was a few months ago, a few years ago. It's different this time. What are you talking about, mum? Leave me alone. You know, I know I use my mum as an example because like my mum just sees through all of the BS, right? She knows that I've had problems in the past. She's been to AA for 20 years. And back when I was drinking, you know, it was like a mum that just knew every time that you'd done something wrong. But anyway, the point is I would get defensive, right? If a partner said to me, you know, Leon, you think you're drinking a bit too much? No, I'm not drinking too much. I'd get angst. I'd get angry. I'd be like defensive. I'm defending this. This is my thing. Don't try and take this away from me because I've got everything under control. Right? At the same time, I knew that I was lying to myself. I knew that I didn't have things under control, right? And even, you know, because this is all about, you know, being a high-functioning alcoholic, right? I had a business when I was drinking, and, you know, basically what happened is I built this personal training business whilst I was sober, and I started drinking again. And for the first kind of 3 months, I would have classed myself as a high-functioning drinker, right? I can run a business, have a relationship, have a car, have a nice place to live, and drink alcohol. That's what I kind of considered myself as. But the thing is things got out of control again. But during those 3 months, I was defensive. You know, if you're telling me to put the drink down, if you're telling me to slow down, I'm telling you to F off. Yo, back up. I'm good. I don't need your help. You know, I'm fine. So if that's you, again, the same point. It's time to start questioning things. Which leads me to the 6th point. And the 6th point is, you know, you might have things under control, but then you come home after a hard day of work and you use alcohol to cope with stress. You use alcohol after a long day, after a hard day. You know, it's been a difficult day at work. It's been a difficult day at the office. It's been a hard day with the kids. The kids are in bed now. You know, you've got home after a long day of work. And what do? Well, you don't feel quite right. You feel like something's missing. You can't quite relax. You open the can of beer, you pour the glass of wine, you pour the drink, and then all of a sudden you feel relaxed. And what you're really doing is using alcohol to deal with stress. Now, all that alcohol really does is create more stress in the first place, right? Because the individual that does this is they'll have a drink, they'll have a drink at nighttime. You know, they might have 5 or 6 drinks. They'll go to sleep, they'll wake up, a bit of a hangover, get to work, gets to the afternoon, and then they feel like something's missing again. And then they get home and they can't relax. They feel agitated. They can't just chill out and be normal. They can't just have a bath and put some relaxing music on. No, they need their drug. They need their fix. So they take it. And if you're doing something like that, you know, it's time to start questioning things. It's time to really start saying, is alcohol really helping me with this stress? Does the problem go away? The thing that you're stressed about, does it get solved when you put the alcohol in your body?